Hi everyone. My name is Aras. I'm the CEO of Avicanna Inc. We're a biopharmaceutical company based in Toronto, and I'm going to give you the 10-minute version of the presentation. So Avicanna is a vertically integrated company. We have 4 verticals that are synergistic and complementary to each other. The first one being agricultural. We focus on competitive advantages, and therefore we cultivate in Colombia. We cultivate in a microclimate of Santa Marta, Colombia, where we were utilizing natural resources and natural benefits of the climate, where we're seeing costs per gram near 5 to 6 cents. So we have a significant advantage over our competitors here, I would say, in North America. That vertical, once it's extracted, isolated, and is tested from an analytical point of view, is then utilized for manufacturing of the other 3 verticals. The first one being a dermocosmetic line, Pura Earth. Second one being a medical general cannabis line called Elements. And a third being our pharmaceutical division. So to better explain the Avicanna story, we focus on 3 main things: research and development. Majority of the research and development, the R&D work with respect to products, formulations, and pharmaceuticals is done here in Toronto. We have a laboratory in J Labs, which is Johnson & Johnson's innovation lab in the Mars district. For those of you who are not familiar with Mars is actually the innovation center for the Biotech Innovation Center of Canada. I would say it's the Canadian Silicon Valley for sciences. We're the only cannabis company that's situated there. We're the only cannabis company that works with Johnson & Johnson. They provide us with mentorship. We also have an exclusive agreement with the Department of Pharmacy, Dr. Christine Allen's lab, where we do majority of our pharmaceutical development. So the product development process has actually been going longer than our cultivation, but all of that is done here in Toronto. Our cultivation projects are in Colombia, as I mentioned, and we'll look at the benefits of that. And then our manufacturing is done under GMP grade, so we actually have a GMP plant in Colombia that produces under Health Canada standards as well. So into the R&D, as I mentioned, we work with the University of Toronto, but we also work with other top clinical institutions and academic institutions here in Canada. An example of one is Sick Kids Hospital, where we have a trial that we're planning for epidermolysis bullosa. We also work with other key institutions such as UHN. And our Avicanna scientific team is comprised of over 20 scientists that are spread through Canada, US, and Colombia. Cultivation, as I mentioned, we focus in Colombia. So Colombia is today the largest producer at low-cost cannabis of the world. We have 2 fully licensed assets where we're cultivating at, Aurum and Sativa Nativa. Aurum is fully organic. Both projects are sustainable. So we're utilizing natural sunlight, 12 hours of light every day, all year round. We're using the humidity levels of the area, which is around 30 to 40%. And we're in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada, which is a UNESCO protected actual region. But over there, this all provides competitive advantages. A simple way to put this is we don't grow bananas and mangoes under 1,000 watt high pressure sodium lights. We shouldn't be growing cannabis under them either. So we actually cultivate under low cost, optimal conditions of Santa Marta. Again, our capacity today is about 2 tons a month, and we're going to be producing about 20 tons a month by the end of 2019. I touched on Santa Marta and the competitive advantages. Our cultivation will be under good agricultural practices, our manufacturing and processing under good manufacturing practices, and we're going to be organic certified in about 2 months as well. Current capacity, that's actually one of our shade houses. As you can see, we're under the Sierra Nevada mountains, but we use these shade houses, which does not require additional lighting, fans, air conditioners, CO2, heating, etc. So our actual use of electricity is very, very low, yet we're providing organic, sustainable, pesticide-free, herbicide-free cannabinoids that are then utilized for different product lines. Quickly touch on one of the product lines. This is Pura Earth. So this is our fully developed dermocosmetic line. We already have approvals from INVIMA, which is sort of the Health Canada of Colombia. We're in the process of attaining that from Cope-Free in Mexico as well. This line covers moisturizers, acne-prone skin moisturizers, eczema as well. And then we have the beauty line in the left, the black line. Those are dark spots, under eye, and anti-aging creams. So this is essentially a retail program over the counter, but it is utilizing organic CBD as the main driver or as the main active ingredient. Elements is our medical line. In South America, we call it a phytotherapeutic. So these are using whole plant extract resins, CBD THC or CBD and THC. And these products are offered in those 3 formulations and are offered in several different delivery mechanisms. So we have a deep penetrating gel, a sublingual spray, which is designed for fast absorption, higher bioavailability capsules and tablets, oil tinctures, and a localized cream. These are all in the process of being commercialized. This is being commercialized this month or within the next 2 months in California through a joint venture, in Mexico and in Colombia. Our third and final fourth vertical is pharmaceutical development. So ultimately, the end goal of this company is to have several pharmaceutical products that are utilizing cannabinoids, natural cannabinoids, in an isolated fashion. Today, we have a product that's been developed, finalized, and is going through a phase 2 trial with the Health Canada approval process, and that's for epidermolysis bullosa with Sick Kids Hospital. The other therapeutic areas that we're focused on and are in development stage focus on oncology, neurology, pain, GI, and psychiatric disorders. And the clinical trials for these products are actually being conducted in Canada, Colombia, and one of the trials is actually being done through the University of West Indies in Jamaica. The ones in Canada are done through Toronto General Hospital, Princess Margaret Hospital, and Sick Kids Hospital. So some of the key medical institutions here in Canada. Senior management of the team, I'm not going to bore you with, but majority of the team comes from either an executive background, management consulting, pharmaceutical development, or clinical. So we take pride in that. We're a strictly medical and pharmaceutical company. We do not have recreational products, and we will not have recreational products. The scientific team all come from, again, a clinical scientific background. So here we have Dr. Hamza Ali, who's the president of the Epilepsy Society. We have Dr. Christine Allen, the current interim dean at the University of Toronto's Department of Pharmacy. We have other clinicians, such as Dr. Hans Clark, that have been leading clinical trials of opioid replacement using cannabinoids. So again, we've sort of collected the best of the best, and I think that comes from doing things in a particular way. That's it. Thank you very much.